Hey guys, how you doing today? Welcome back to another episode of Sal the Rookie. So guys, as you can see, we're halfway through the wet sanding process and cleaning up our mess that we made. I don't know if you can remember. This area used to be like all filler and everything. Now it's sanded appropriately. Not fully fixed yet because I still can feel some low points here and there. But I'm just gonna give you a quick update on that just so that you can see that. See how it looks like now? It's smooth, and this is the other side. Super smooth. There you go. Just to give you an idea. In case if you don't remember, I'll throw a picture on before so that you can compare before the sanding and after the sanding. That you'll see. Mind you, it's not yet complete. I still got some imperfections. Yep, there you go. Can you see it? Some imperfections here and there, which I need to sort it out. And of course over here, you've seen that. This side, still slightly a bit more. And this is over here. Getting there. Done. The other side over there, I haven't finished it yet, but I've noticed that I would need a tool in order to get that sorted out. Hence, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, this is what I got. Orbital sander, Ryobi, and it's basically battery charged. Since I've already got the batteries with the tools that I bought basically. Let me just get it out for you so that you can see it. Leave the box aside. There you go. This is it. Well, this is just only the tool. Doesn't come with a battery, but it comes with couple sanding paper. So you put the battery over here, you hook it up over here, you put the sanding paper over here, switch it on, and the idea is, there you go. You just bzzz and you sand this whole area. Why I prefer to use this one than my elbow grease hand? Because elbow work, it's gonna hurt your elbow, duh. And number two, because your hand, your contour of your hand, you see? So when you sand, technically, it's not a straight surface, which means unintentionally, as you sand, you'll create low points and high points. You can use a sanding block, but with the sanding block, you gotta have to also maintain it and ensure you have a proper block. Like this area is way too large, which means you need a longer block than just a normal small one. This one is round and it's a flat surface. All what you have to do is just ensure that you put it on the surface and it'll sand its way through. That's the idea. Cool? Let's just tie it up and start our video for the day. Now, heads up, in this video, I'm not gonna show you how to sand and wet sand and everything because we've already tackled that, we've already explained that previously. If you haven't, please go ahead and check my previous videos to have a look at them, okay? In this video, mostly it will be about electrical work. We need to tidy up the electrical work that needs addressing just so that we can get it out of the way. What electrical work, you may ask? Well, I haven't mentioned that before. When I bought this car, this mirror was basically damaged. Let me show it to you. I think I've got it somewhere here. Oh yeah, over here. There you go. You see? Can you hear the sound? Yeah, if you can hear that sound, that means it's not good, okay? The mirror itself wasn't working. The glass or the mirror was broken. And the other side, I even chucked it in the bin because the other side was duct taped. It's that bad. So both mirrors were not working. I tried to use the switches. These are the switches, if you can see. There you go. Right, left, and these are the arrows for all directions. It didn't work. Luckily, our donor car had its own mirrors, which I snatched them. So I got them over there. What we're planning to do, hook them up, test them, make sure that they work and functional. If all good, we can move on to the second stage, which is, remember when we got the wires, there you go. These are the wires for the fog light. If you don't remember that, you're not paying attention to my videos. Go back to the tenting lights. You'll see in that video how we install it and jerry-rigged it. The wire was short, so I needed to get me an extension in order to reach it out all the way to the battery. Once that is done, I was planning to finally zip tie it into place. That way I don't have to worry about it in the future. So the plan in this video, we need to test the side mirrors and make sure that they are properly working. We need to finalize the fog light assembly or the wiring for that, and if we have enough time, we might actually test it. Behind the scene, I'll continue with the wet sand and the filler and blah 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 blah. That way we can move on to the primer, we can move on to the paint. Okay, let me just position you guys in a good position so that we can start with the mirrors. Okay, now I switched the battery on. I plugged the battery properly, so now we've got power to the car. I've just positioned the side mirror. This is the connection, so I just positioned it just temporarily over here, and the other side is right over there, also connected. To test it out, that's easy. Switch the key on, so now it's on, and basically this should work. So if I'm gonna put it on left, that means this one will work. Okay. Sorry about that, it's just for some weird reason it's not working. And I do have power. Okay. Sorry about that. I did not expect this to happen. Let me just... Yeah, I do have power, and they're properly connected. Okay. I'll tell you what. It's a long shot. Okay? It is a long shot. Before we start diagnosing and trying to find the problem, what happened, and it could be wiring issue, let's try something simpler. Sometimes the solution is too obvious, too simple. It could be a matter of fuse. Now, if memory served, the fuse box should be somewhere here. Okay. Oh yeah, there you go. This is the fuse box. Now I'm pretty confident there's another fuse box over there. Let's just check and see what we're talking about. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it properly. Let's just focus. Can you see? It's not focusing properly. Yeah, it's not. But over here it says cigar mirror, which means the cigarette lighter, this one, can you see it? Yep. And the side mirrors. Now, which one is that? It's number 3 from right or 4 from the left, whichever you want to see it. But the best way to do that is put it there. See? Now you have a clear view. So this is how it looks like, and this is the diagram. So if it says 4 from this side, you go there. 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. Let me just grab a plier, because you would need to get fuse tweezers, which I don't have. It should be this one. Let's just check. Hey, can you see it? I don't know if you can clearly see it or not, but clearly this fuse is burnt. You see the U shape over here needs to be basically completed. I don't know if you can see it or not. This, it's not completed. How many amps is this one? Can you see? No, you can't. Take my word for it. It says 20. And over here also, it does say 20. So this is 20 amp. Okay. Is there any other 20 amp that we can steal just to use? Yep, this one. Wiper washer, 20 amp, which is the third one from the left to the bottom. 1, 2, 3. This one. Let's just grab this one just so that you can compare it. There you go. Let's just see. Can you see it? Yep. This is a complete. You can see the shape of the wire all complete, whilst the other one is burnt. Let's give this one a go. See, I put it there back. Okay? I put the good one, not the bad one. Let's see. You never know. We might actually fix it. Put it on. Go with... what the hell? Left. Can you hear it? Jesus! Did we just fix it? Yep, it is working. Try the other one. Bring it there. I want to see. Hello, people. Okay. Let me just take a moment. We fixed something. We freaking fixed something. That's a cause for a celebration. You know what? I'm just gonna end the video here. That's a success. Woo! Just give me a sec. Wow. We actually fixed it. Who knew? The solution was just a small fuse. This burnt one was the problem all along. Well, we gotta sort it out. Let me just go to Super Cheap Auto now. I need to get me new fuses. Now, just for your own info, those numbers, 20, 10, 15, that's the ampage. So 15A, that's 15 amp, 20, and so on and so forth. Here's what you need to remember, and always remember that. If this one says 20 amp, do not put 15 amp instead, because lower ampage means the minute you trigger it or switch it on, it's gonna burn. So that defeats the purpose. What you need to get, 20 amp. Sorry, you need to get 20 amp. Don't put more, assuming that, it needs 20 amp, I'm just gonna put 25 amp, because you're too smart about it. Don't do that, okay? It requires 20, put 20. If you put 25, probably they'll drain the battery. I don't know, I'm not an electrician. So, but here's what I know. They created this car, okay? They know their science, okay? Surely there's science behind this one. So if they said 20, stick to 20, okay? I'm gonna dock out to Super Cheap Auto, get me some fuses, replace it, get this one dusted. Wow, it didn't take us that long to get one thing sorted. Let's move on to the next one.
A few moments later.
If you haven't been paying attention, in the previous episodes, we wired the fog light from over here and we got it all the way. Remember, this is the relay. Now, what does the relay mean? I don't know, but I would say it's basically converts the power from the battery all the way to the appropriate current required for the fog light. And because it's a relay, I guess it doesn't provide constant current of power. It just only gives it whenever is necessary. And it comes by default with a fuse box in case if there is over power. These are the wires. This is the hot wire. Now when we say hot, this is where it goes to the plus part of the battery, this one, and the black one of course goes to the black side. This is the one that I told you guys that it's too short because the wire comes from over here, it needs to go all the way here. So I needed that. This is where it goes to the fog lights. You've got two sides, left and right. And this is the switch. And these are the pieces that should install and get hooked up to the fog lights, which we tried and they didn't work. I ended up buying those two on eBay. The big light, I showed it to you in the previous episode. So my plan is, these ones I need to install them into the fog light. That way they hook up to this one normally. Okay, welcome to my table. I also bought this on eBay. Electrical connectors. This basically connects two wires together with a heat shrink and it should sort it out. These are the clips. So you've got the clips and you've got this and that. Too much drama. And this is another one I also bought on eBay. It's a different style where you don't actually need to cut the wire. You just hook it up to it. How? Using this. It's like a clamps. It clamps into the wire and it allows you to use those to hook up to. It's an easy fix. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it or not. I've already got me tools. So we're supposed to cut and work. I went to Subaru and here's what I got. Got me some sanding paper because I need it. Got me, there you go, super cheap auto, clear coat. Why? We are painting people. And this 20 amps mini fuse. I think, how many were they? Like 6? Yeah, 5 or 6, I don't know. And this is the tweezer. You see this red piece of thing? This is the one that clips into the fuse and you can just plug it. And this cost me $2.99. So it's a $3. And $3 can easily solve the problem that we have. In fact, it can solve it 6 times. Duh. So thank God for super cheap auto. I got me wire extension or wire. Yeah. I got this one. It's basically 2 wires, red and black, so it'll be easier for me to distinguish. On a separate note, I bought me 3M platinum filler because I would need that. It comes with the hardener as well. It's something for you just to know. And I bought this one. This, I'll show it to you later, but to put it into perspective, it's a wheel cover. So when you paint, you don't want overspray to come to the wheel, to the tire, or to the actual rim. So you put the cover in. Now, it's waterproof, dustproof, paint-proof, enemy-proof, everything proof. So they say. I don't know. It's proof for everything, so it should work. I trust them. And for set, $25. Sounds legit. Yeah, anyways. Let me set you guys into my desk so that we can start working on soldering. I'll get my fog lights out and I'll show you exactly how we're gonna do what, okay? Welcome everyone. This is what you would need and more in order to get this one sorted out. Okay, let's start with basics. This is the fog light that we got, and I just lost my blade. Wow. Not a good stuff. This is the fog light. These are the wires that came with the kit, the original wires. Now you see, they don't fit. You try to squish, push, do whatever you want to do, it ain't gonna fit. This, on the other hand, the one that I bought separately. In theory, they should fit. There you go, they fit. So this one goes to the main wire harness. This one basically needs to replace this part. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna cut it, replace it. That's it. Once you cut it and replace it, basically you'll be good to go. That's the first thing that we kinda need to do. So here goes nothing. I'm just gonna put these ones aside because these are the ones that actually came with the wiring harness kit. These are the ones that I bought. In this arrangement, we don't technically need new wire. All what we need to do is just simply cut those two and hook them up to the side. Because this peg light, I don't need it, this peg part. because this one will go into this one. Make sense? It's easy. It should be easy. So here goes nothing. No turning back now. Did I cut the wrong wire? No, I didn't. Kidding, just kidding. This piece of art, basically, it should, in theory, sort things out for me. Which means it should, I don't know what's the right word for it. It should strip the wire. Yep, that's the word. Stripping the wire. So you just need to put it like this. And as you cut, it should basically cut and strip. Do I need to adjust it or something? It should be alright. Let's try it again, shall we? Okay. I do need more, just so you know. Yep, there you go. See? Now you've got the wire out. That's what you need to do. You need to get the wire out. Now, because the wire is too short, this is where it gets a bit annoying, but you got the gist. Let me just try one more time. There you go. I've cut enough. And similarly, I don't know, can you see? Let's just put it like this. So you put the wire, and it cuts, I don't know, is it clear? And there you go. Easy. Now we've got the wire. What we need to do now, this one is cut, because we don't need this plug no more. Let's just round it a bit. This part, again, just to remember, you know what they say, measure twice, cut once? I would say, don't measure, just cut. No, don't take my word. Literally, measure twice and cut. Double check, because this is the part that we don't need, this is the part that we need. So, here goes nothing. Done and done. Same thing. We need to put the wire over here and strip the living hell out of it. There you go, it's stripped. I'm just gonna keep this one out for now, just so that I can easily cut this one. Cut, strip, there you go. Now, it might be a bit higher gauge than what you would want, but then again, that's all right, it's not gonna be a problem. Just gonna put this one inside. This corrugated thingy basically protects it from rain, from everything, or water, moisture, and everything. This one is a bit too much for me, so I'm just gonna cut a bit out of it. Now, to cut it properly, it's good that you just spin it out. I know it's tedious, it's slow progress, but trust me, this is the first time I'm actually doing electrical wiring. So, you and I are learning as we go. Now, question, should you tie the red one with the black one and the black one with the red one, or red with red and black with black? Common sense, just follow the colors. Before you do that, you need to ensure that you've got heat shrink thingies that you need to use, which I don't think I have. Oh, wait, I think I've got these ones. So basically this one, you just need to put, see? You just put this one inside, and the other one from the other side, and as you do, that should basically work and tie them both together. Either you do that with this one, then you heat shrink it and it'll stick, or you just simply roll them and tape them and you're good to go. What I'm going to do for now, because once you use the heat shrink, technically you can't reuse it, so I'm just gonna rig them just like that, just so that I can test it. Now, in an ideal world, you definitely need to solder them. I'm not going to do that. I don't have the soldering iron, so I'm just not going to do that. Get yourself some electrical tape, because you don't want them to touch each other. If they do, black and red, that will definitely create a problem. It'll short the circuit, and that will create a problem, electrical problem. In worst cases, it will definitely create fire. We don't want that. And that's why, mind you, that's why there is the fuse in the wiring harness. So in case there's a short or something, and instead of going all the way to actually create a fire, the fuse basically will be tripped and burn the wire. Remember when we've done the mirror and how the fuse was burnt? Basically that means there was overload of power coming through the circuit, and as a result of that, it led to that fuse being burnt. That inverted U-shaped thingy got burnt, which means the circuit is no longer connected. Because it's no longer connected, there is no power passing through. And because there's no power passing through, the mirrors didn't work. So similarly, what we're doing here, we're trying to do pretty much exactly the same thing, prevent overflow of power from happening, and as a result of that, that should protect everything. Remember, I kept the plastic thingy here for a reason, because this one, it will protect it. And this is the other side. You see what I've done there? I've tied red with red, okay? And once I did that, I electric taped this area so that now it's insulated. What I'm going to do now is just simply use another electrical tape piece and tie it all together. But before I do that, I'll just make sure, just as a precaution, mind you, it's just as a precaution, it can never be too safe, tie this one, the black one, separately. Then as you do, you just simply roll the tape all over the place. I know some of you, or most of you, probably will be like, yeah dude, that's easy, that's common sense, but trust me, other people, they just don't know, and they would love to know. And since this is the first time I'm actually doing this, I figured let's show it to you, and hopefully we can get it sorted out. Now, to summarize what exactly that we've done, basically we removed this plug and replaced it with this plug. So now this is the fog light, and this is the wiring harness that can easily be installed. There you go. That way, if I decided to remove the fog light, I don't need to cut wires whatsoever. All I need to do is just unplug it and I'll be good to go. That's it. Whatever we've done here, we need to do it to the other fog light, and after that basically we'll be done with this part of the electrical wiring. Let me just speed up the process, do it, and I'll take you from there, okay? Just to show you the end product, this is the fog light, and if you flip it, this is what we've done basically. So now it has the new plug, and the connection is basically inside this plastic thingy. So now it's sealed properly, taped from both sides, and both fog lights pretty much have the same thing. Next step, these are the two wires that we need to work with. This is the black one. This will go to the minus on the battery, the black part, and this is the red one that needs to go to the hot side, this one. If you look at the black one, see how short? Oh, there you go. As for the red one, I mean, it has some length to it. There you go. That's why we need to cut them and extend them. My idea, extend them so that I can run them over here across the crash bar thingy, or hidden in a way where I don't need to worry about them. They wouldn't be impacting anything. So I might actually run them from here all the way to the battery, whichever is easier and more concealed. Pretty much the same thing. Chop, use the wire. So this is the wire that I bought from Super Cheap Auto. Same gauge. I did my best to get the same gauge, so it is the same gauge. Because if it's not the same gauge, that means if the power as it travels through this one, which is already tested by the company and believed to be okay, if it gone through a lesser gauge, what'll happen is it'll burn the wire and that'll create short, and short will create electrical problem, fire, kaboom, wiki is gone. Same gauge, Power travels normally, no drama, no nothing. So chop, strip, chop, strip, tape, you're good to go. Same concept. Let me finish it up and we'll take you from there. Okay, I'm done with wiring and I even put it in place. Bear with me because I've hit it enough that you may not be able to see it or think it's not OEM. This is the relay. This is the fuse. I use this plastic thingy as a template or as a base for it. So both of them are completely hooked up. They're not going anywhere. Okay? Now, two sets of wires gonna come out. The first one that basically will go to the fog lights, which is this one. Okay? Now if you look at it, follow my hand, there you go. It comes out from over here. Well, basically, it's gonna go one to the left, one to the right. And there you go, connected. This is one, this is two. The second one, which is the power, comes out of the fuse and it follows over here. See? You see this conduit? There it is. I used it to insulate the wire even more. So there you go, trace it, then it's hidden. This is the radiator support, so I've tucked it inside. All the way, there you go, got out, black goes to the black, red goes to the red. The fuse is already connected, everything. All what I need to do now is just hook up the thingy to the battery and hopefully we can test it. First test, what they call it, battery test. So I'm gonna put this one. Heh. You can clearly see my fog lights are working. I don't smell anything, nothing is burning, everything is perfect. Let's just try turn it off and turn it on. I'll tell you what guys, I'm just gonna put the camera and I'll let you guys decide and see because I can't see. Okay, so I'm just gonna hook up the camera properly. There you go. Now I want you to watch it. I'm gonna go inside the car. I've got the fuse, the on and off for the fog light. I'm gonna switch it off and you tell me if it's working or not. I don't know if you can hear me, but I definitely can see it. So I saw the reflection, so it did turn off. I would call this a success. We've got the lights installed, we've got the side mirrors installed. Here's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to temporarily put the headlights, put the fog lights, put the bumper in, just so that I can see how it looks. So bear with me. Let me just sort it out and I'll give you the final or the finale, okay? Ready? Ready? This is just mock test, okay? Brace yourself. Look at it. What do you think? Huh? Headlights, grille, fog lights, and even the cover. This is the one that I told you I'm planning to paint it either blue or red or keep it black. You see how you can see the yellow light underneath or from the inside? And this is from the other side. Now imagine you've got the blinker back on, you've got the plastic piece over here, you've got the blinker over here, and all of it unified one color. What do you think of that? That will be epic. Let me set you up, okay? I'm gonna go switch the lights on and I want you to see how it's gonna look like, okay? What do you think? Look at it. It's the headlight, this is the fog light, both sides. Isn't that just something? So guys, we can officially say that we're done with the electrical wiring nightmare to do with Wiki. For me, I've still got some wet sanding to do. I need to get this one back into shape. It's getting almost there. Slightly some imperfections, which I can do them later on. You don't need to worry about them. I'll do them behind the scene. Now that we're done with all the electrical wiring and everything, and you had a glimpse on how the car will look. Mind you, some other things I still need to do to the car, especially the front bumper that I haven't disclosed yet, but I'll leave it to some other videos. Hopefully in the future we can get it out. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing, and please follow me on Instagram as well. All the updates, you'll find them over there as well. Until then, you take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time, okay? Yalla.